So welcome. I don't know how many people will be here because I didn't send out a reminder, and so anyway, I'm not doing any lives this week, so in the evenings, so until we have our first class for our frosted gingerbread. So I thought I'd do a workshop Wednesday, since I had said I wasn't going to do workshop Wednesdays. I might as well just go ahead and put these back where they were. I really like this new system here with the stamps. It makes it so easy to keep track of your stamps. So it looks like these are the only two I haven't used. So today we're going to be using our frosted gingerbread. I've got some other things here too. And I don't have a project in mind, so you're going to see my creativity process. These I did on Monday, for More About It Monday. I did these embossed with white embossing powder, and it's heat embossed. So I wanted to go ahead and use those in a card today. Let me pull out something here. I did find my plates for the little whatchamacallit, Stampin' Cut and Emboss, the mini. So I will be able to, I'm going to cut out that snowflake because we're going to use that in our project today. I don't know how we're going to use it, but we're going to use it because, like I said, I'm going to be creating on the fly here. I use my removable tape to keep that in place. I'm actually going to use another little piece over here because it wants to turn. It's wanting to turn. And here's my little mini guy. All right, it's been a while since I used this, so I'm thinking I use plate 1, plate 2, and plate 3. Another plate 2. And I found that if you stagger the plates, sometimes if you put them in all together, they don't want to go in. Well, today they seem to want to, but sometimes they don't, so you can stagger your plates. This is just so cute and fun. It's like that Easy Bake Oven. You remember the Easy Bake Oven that we had? Well, or we either had or we really wanted. This is kind of like the Easy Bake Oven of die cut machines. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to need any more of that. Put my die away so I don't lose it. Okay, put these away in my drawer. I couldn't find them on Monday because they were in my drawer. So I guess the first thing we're going to need is a card base, and so I keep a bunch of cardstock cut ahead of time to the size that I know I'm going to need. Sometimes if I have time I go ahead and score it, but since I didn't score this, I'll score it now with my trimmer. And I want to be sure to use my scoring blade. So this is 4 1/4. So this is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to use my scoring blade to score it at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to fold it. We'll get back to this trimmer here in a minute. Where is my foam folder? Now, I know I want to use this, and I know I want it to be a portrait card. these are the papers that I didn't use for the class that are in the Gingerbread and Peppermint DSP. There's two sides. How cute. So darling. Since this has the cinnamon cider in it, I think I want to use something with cinnamon cider in it. So maybe this, because it has cinnamon cider. And also I like the fact that it has a design, so it's not going to be so crazy. I'm looking at these two together and thinking they look good together. That looks good together too. Nothing else really looks like it could go together. So I have a decision to make. Do I want to do this or do I want to do this? I'm thinking this. That's much brighter and cheerier, don't you think? All right, so we know we want this, which means we're probably going to want to have some green too as an outline. But I know we're going to want to get some red in here. So maybe we can do that. All right, so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So if I want to put a base over that, it's going to probably be, if I think I'm only going to do a 1/16 of an inch. So that means this will have to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's a very popular size for me. It's rather than use a old olive card base, which I could do, I'd rather do it this way. All right, so this is our, where'd my card base go? It's down here somewhere. So this is going to be here. That's going to be nice. Now we need to put our paper here. And I think 1/8 of an inch would be good. So probably that means that I need to make it 1/4 of an inch smaller than this. So if this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, then this needs to be, okay, so we have 4 1/8. And you know what, I'm gonna cut this dark stuff off here. There's like a, I don't know, a dark, it has dark speckles, which is fine, but not for what I want. So I'm gonna want this to be 5 1/8. So I'll probably just cut some of this off. All right, so 5 1/8 right here. You don't have to do this if you don't want to cut off that dark stuff. By 4 1/8. So I can cut some more of that dark off. It's kind of wasteful, but not if you really want a nice clean paper. So what I ended up with is a 4 1/8 by 5, 4 1/8 by 5 1/8 by, it should be 3 7/8. 3 7/8. 4 1/8 by 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Yeah, that's correct. Isn't that pretty? Pretty. So if we want to do this, and I'm not sure how much of that we're going to want to do. It looks like about that much maybe. So that is 1 3/4. So let me do 1 3/4. Hi Maria. I am and then 3 7/8. That's the same width as the other DSP. I'm creating on the fly here today because I didn't have time to really come up with something ahead of time, so I'm doing it on the fly. All right, so we got that much. We know we want some more red. I have this piece of red here, this little piece of red. Do you think maybe that? And I think that will work, except I want to emboss this. And my go-to embossing folder is this Tasteful Touches embossing folder. I think it's what it's called, or something like that. It gives a texture to the paper or the cardstock without like overwhelming. So I'm just going to really quickly run that through off camera. I think you all know how to do that. So I'm so glad you guys are joining me. So this is just kind of my creativity process. Now I'm gonna put this away for a minute. I'm not sure if I'll bring it back in or not. We'll see. All right, so I know I want this on here, so let me go ahead. I think I'll use glue because glue gives me a chance to make adjustments. And this is going to be like a very exact fit here. I want to be able to have it exactly fit. Oh, it's sliding over. We slide it back over this way and up. And if any of it sticks over, you can always trim it a little bit here. I can see, I mean, it would be all right if I didn't, but since I can, I will. And then that's going to go over there. But before we do that, I need to decide, do I want, well, first of all, do I want that, or do I want something with a scallop? So I'm loving these scalloped contour dies. Hi Gwen, good morning. And let's see if there's one that kind of fits the bill here. It might be a little too late. Yeah, that's a little bit too big. And I bet this one is too small for my, probably not. No, I could do that. I could do that. Do I want that or no? Yeah, I think I do, because just like that, it's just kind of too plain. All right, so I'm gonna move this aside and bring in my baby again. Get my blades, my plates out again. My 1, 2, and 2. And I'm just gonna run that through like so. Maybe. I have the plates staggered, so too much, I think. Okay, it's going through, but there. I think it was a little tight because it was embossed. All right, so now we have this, which I think is better than just the flat. And now we have that. And this, nice, coming along nicely. Now, I know we're going to want a sentiment down here. And do we want ribbon? Probably. We probably want ribbon. So let me grab my ribbons. These are all the ribbons from the new mini catalog, and then this is one that's in the annual catalog called Real Red double stitched ribbon. That would be pretty. This would be fun. Let's put it, it's going to be behind like that. That would be fun, don't you think? But we already have quite a bit of red. So, and that kind of that tries to steal the show. That's the wrong color red. That's a cherry red. This is a more muted red. That might work. Let me try. There's a white. It has little speckles in it. Okay, so there's the white with the speckles. Come on, get in there. Yeah, I like that. It adds something, but it doesn't take away. The only other option I could see would be the gold, and the gold, it livens it up. It definitely livens it up. But does it take away? Let me go ahead and get a red to go in there. These wonderful gems that are in the new catalog, the mini. Well, and they're stuck in there. Let me go ahead and put that wonderful gem on. Looking for my pointy tool. Here it is. I'll put that in the center. That will give it a little more interest. And so now that we have that, the gold might work. So we could really go with the white, the gold, or the red. I think I'm gonna go with the gold. There's a lot of mute in here already. There's a lot of red already. So I don't think it would hurt to have a little bit of pizzazz in there. What do you think? So yeah, let's go with the gold. I like to cut it give it about an inch. Go for the gold. Cut it about an inch. And so we can go ahead and start building this card here now. I don't guess there's any particular way. I'm looking at it, trying to see. I think this is the back. You can always tell by doing this, and where it'll curve, the inside of the curve is the back of the ribbon. if you are ever, you know, in doubt. Okay, so I know it's gonna hit about right here. So I'm just gonna put some, I could measure it and mark it, but so I'm just gonna put this right over the center of that. Make sure it's even. And now we can put this on our green, our old olive. So that was probably about 6 inches of ribbon. Usually on a portrait card it's about 6 inches, and then a landscape card it's usually about 7 inches. Now if I'm going to mail this, I probably wouldn't want to put too much more dimension to it. I would probably just want to put this down with some glue dots, which I think that's what I'm going to do. So I won't use glue or Stampin' Seal because it will be like really flat, but even glue dots, even though there's not a lot of dimension to them, make sure I got the right size, they don't, your piece of cardstock or paper isn't going to lay completely flat. It's going to have just enough dimension to make it stand out and not look like it's plastered to your card. And we don't want it to look plastered. But we don't want to use Stampin' Mini dimensionals, because then we're going to have a lot of dimension for mailing. Okay, there's our card. Now we need a sentiment for the front, don't we? And that sentiment would be from our frosted. Now you're the icing on my gingerbread. That would look really nice there. And we would need a label. And I have some go-to labels. My messages dies are one of my go-to labels. But Tasteful Labels dies. These Tasteful Labels dies. These are my go-to for labels. So let me get my, here are the icing on my gingerbread. And let's just see which one of these fits, if any. Might fit on this one, but I don't think so. I think it'd be just a little too small. I'm pretty sure it will be. That would be nice though, wouldn't it? Let me go ahead and die cut it and see, because that would be perfect if we can get it to work. So I've got some just basic white. Oh, that's my card base. Why don't I just go ahead and put this on my card base before I mess up. Am I out? Oh my goodness, I'm out. Let me grab another one. Here we go. I have 2 workstations, so just grabbed it off my other workstation. And this is just going to be 1/16 of an inch. There. Now, let me bring in my mini again. And where's my white cardstock that I brought over here? Here it is. Buried. starting to look kind of buried over here. And that's going to be too big to go through there, so I'm going to have to make that a little bit smaller. Just cut it in half, I think. That'll be fine. So now I have a 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Get this back out. It's a good thing I keep this in my drawer because it keeps it handy. Now I could stamp and then do this, but I have to make sure that it's going to even fit on there before I attempt to stamp on it. All right, let's try that. Where'd our stamp go? You are the icing on my cake, or my gingerbread. You know, it is actually going to fit. Hooray, hooray. So let me put my die back, and I think we're kind of done with these for now. Get out my stamp apparatus. We're gonna do some stamping. And I need a, no, I could do the bell too, if I wanted to. Yeah, I could do the bell if I wanted to. I might even decide to do that. That bell is really pretty. So just a random stamp pad. Now, what color? We got a lot of red. Whoops. We got a lot of red. The bell actually looks pretty nice, doesn't it? But this, when I did this, it's just a little bit messed up there, so I don't think I want to use the bell. I think I will use this like I planned. So get out my plastic and find my stamp. It's going to be a tight fit, but it'll work. Put that back in place. Get my, make sure I have the right side up. So the ink, red, old olive. I really think, whoops, I think we have plenty of bread, and I think maybe old olive. But I know my old olive is low on ink, so it might be a little hard to do. But I really think that's the color. Yeah, old olive, or we could use some cinnamon cider. What do you think? Cinnamon cider. I think that would be too much brown in the center area there. Yeah, we better stick with old olive. Like I said, I don't even know if I have any old olive on my thing. Oh, it's just hard to see. I either am going to, or I need to find my old olive refill. See, that's just like really, really close. but it does fit. It does fit. And I know I'm going to have to be doing a lot of re-inking, so I'm going to tape that down just to make sure it does not move when I'm doing my, since I know I'm low on ink and it's going to try to pull up. Moral of the story is buy an ink refill when you buy an ink pad, and you'll never be in a situation like this where you don't have enough ink. This G here is giving me trouble. I don't know what's wrong. It's just this one little part here is not touching. Oh, I know what it is. It's because the tape was over where that was supposed to be stamping. And let me see if I can get that little tail inked up really good. It's coming along. This is embarrassing. Let me also move this. Let's see if that helps. Getting there, guys. I think one more time we'll do it. Yeah, there we go. Well, now it's dark over here, but not over there. See, this is what's great about the Stamparatus, is you can do that. Doesn't normally take this long, like I said. It's because oh, hi Hank. Okay, that's good enough. The icing is really green, but maybe it'll even out a little bit. So pull that up. Don't want to get any ink on it. Okay, let me clean up my mess that I made. Definitely going to be ordering an Old Olive ink refill if I don't have one stashed away somewhere that I can't find. Okay, moving right along. Let me clean off my plastic. I think that took longer than anything so far. So he knows my voice, huh? Well, I hope you and Hank are having a good day. There. Okay. I think I will do the inside later because I know that, you know, you guys have you have a life. So, all right. So now we have this, and we decided, I think the bell would look nice, but like I said, I kind of messed up on it. But this kind of has more surface to it. Now the only other thing that I might add is some gems. I've already got red, so I kind of want to stay with the red. This is kind of a simple card, but not too simple. Again, how do I want to put this on? I do want to kind of keep the flatness, but I do think I'm going to have to do this with mini dimensionals. So I don't want to put them where the ribbon is. So I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see where it falls in relation to the ribbon. So I can put my dimensionals there so that they don't interfere with the ribbon. Alright, so I have my 6 dimensionals. These are the minis. This one's a little too far to the edge, but I think it'll be okay. Do I want to put it over the ribbon? I don't want it to be, I don't want it to interfere with my, so I probably want it down then, not completely over the ribbon. Make sure that's level. It looks level. And of course I want to put these on with a mini dimensionals because I want them to be the same height. I just put one on each little star or point, and then put a couple in the center. Now this would be a simple, easy card. If you're going to do a lot of cards, they don't always have to be like out of this world cards. They can be simple. I want to kind of put that off center like that a little bit. Yeah. And I feel like I want to put a ribbon on the bow or something on it, but I think that would be too much. So what I will do is get my gems back out. Where are you, wonderful gems? Now I don't have 2 little ones. The little ones would be perfect, but I have 2 big ones. So what do I want to do? I should have 2 little ones. I don't know where the other one went. I would put one there and one there, and I will be getting some little ones in. Well, I don't think I have a project that I can steal them away from. Okay. Well, I have some coming in, so I'm going to go ahead and put one in. I think they're coming Thursday with my order that I put in. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one little one here, and then the other one will probably go there so that you can see, or it might go here. It might go here, but you just have to envision it since I don't have it. these are actually left over from the embellishment shares, so that I did, which is nice because it gives me a chance to play with them. All right, well, here's our card. It's a little, and then on the inside I would just do Old Olive and Whisper White or regular white. I would cut it to size, and that's what it would look like on the inside. And I might stamp something. I might stamp something on the inside. I don't know. I don't really have any little snowflake stamps. All right, but you could stamp on the inside, wishing you a Merry Christmas. You're the icing to my gingerbread. Wishing you a Merry Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed making this card with me this Wednesday morning. Okay, well, this is our card, and I just wanted to do something because, you know, until we do our first gingerbread class kit video, we're not going to have any mini glue dots. Yes, I do like the mini glue dots a lot. I use them a lot. But I did want to share a couple things with you. I have started working on the Sparkle of the Season class kit, and I love it. I used this. I did a Halloween card, and I used the Little Witch's Broom, and I used the bat. So that will be project number 1 in the Sparkle of the Season, which starts August 15th through the 31st. It'll have a Halloween card, not a Valentine's Day card, a Halloween card, a Thanksgiving card, and 2 Christmas cards in the class kit. And this is a fun set. Like I said, I was sold by the wreaths that they have. It's very versatile. All right, and then the other thing I wanted to show you is this. I told you I was going to go get this yesterday, but I'm getting one for my daughter and one for my daughter-in-law. They both have birthdays in August, and their families love to play games. So I was able to score a couple of the Target Monopoly games. They're by Hasbro, Parker Brothers. So I'm just excited. I can't wait to play. It's gonna be fun. I would open it up to see what's inside, but I don't want to spoil their birthday presents. All right, well, thanks for joining me, everyone. And I'll see you Friday for FYI Friday. I'll fill you in on what's going on, and have a great rest of the day. And tomorrow I might post something, a picture or something, to let you know what I'm up to. All right, love you guys. Bye.